One of my favorite TikTokers is known simply as Zamirka. She's from Moldova, and she likes to mukbang and make simple foods. In this video, I'll show you just how easy it is to make an Eastern European waffle cake.
You look happy, but the cake looks bad. My cake looks gorgeous. It's waffle cake, so what do you expect from waffle cake? And don't tell me please that it's dry. If you use more condensed milk, it will be wet and very sweet. Very sweet, I don't like it.
In preparation for making this video, I researched lots of different recipes for waffle cake, and I came up with something that I thought worked really well. I got the waffles or wafers in the Eastern European section of my large international grocery store. For my filling, like Zamirka, I'm using dulce de leche and condensed milk. Another baker on TikTok added butter to make a sort of buttercream out of the dulce de leche, so I'll be using 1 stick of butter as well. To make the filling, I simply combined the softened butter with the dulce de leche and condensed milk. For her version, Zamirka simply alternated layers of dulce de leche and condensed milk on her wafers. Now, I don't know about you, but the first time I make a recipe, I make it all the way through just the way the other person did. And in retrospect, I made my filling way too sweet. For a single stick of butter, I probably could have used just half of the container of dulce and half of the condensed milk. But at least now I know for next time. You really don't even need the condensed milk, but I wanted to stay as true to the original as possible. From here on out, it's all about technique. You want to get your filling to about this stage, spreadable but still thick. Crumple up a piece of parchment paper and put it on top of a platter a little bit bigger than the wafers. After that, just spread a thin layer of filling onto each wafer. That's all there is to it. Depending on how sweet your filling is, try to get as thin of a layer on there as possible. You won't need more than about 2 tablespoons of filling. If you don't have a palette knife, then just drizzling it on and spreading it with a butter knife should work fine. But be careful, those wafers are very thin. In the end, I think I had enough filling for about 6 or 7 layers, and that ended up being just fine. You don't want a super tall cake, and you probably won't have enough wafers in one pack to make it taller than about 2 inches or so. Now, the wafers I got were alternating brown and a sort of beigey tan, but they didn't taste any different. So if you find the multicolored ones like Zamirka had, or the brown and tan ones like I had, the wafers are very basic and neutral tasting. When you're done with all of your layers, go ahead and line the top with another piece of parchment paper, wrap the whole thing up tightly in plastic, and then weigh down the top with a plate and maybe a can or something. After sitting overnight, it gets really nice and condensed, so it's easy to cut. I took mine to the office so that my friend could help me finish filming, and I cut it up and shared it with everybody. Depending on how sweet it is, you want to make sure you cut it into small pieces. You'll end up with a really nice platter of small bite-sized treats. Doesn't this look really good? The next time I make it, I think I'll try making a peanut butter buttercream and alternating with Nutella. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. Have you ever had waffle cake before? I'd love to hear from you.